Confucium maximum! What is up, guys? 𝒮𝔴𝔞𝔤𝔢𝔯𝒮𝔮𝔲𝔞𝔡 here, and in today's news video, we're gonna talk about the maximum confusion. Because new update has confirmed a bunch of things, including, but not limited to, a tiny bit of elf leak that we broke on this channel. No, it didn't come from me, but nonetheless, we did cover said leak, and said leak was true, which means from now on, everything I say is confirmed fact. Or something. That doesn't matter. What matters is maximum confusion. I don't know what time it is by the time you get this video. Maybe things will make more sense in 2 hours. Right now it's exactly 5 o'clock. And at exactly 7 o'clock, there's going to be this huge update in relation to Vermintide the game and a bunch of other stuff, right? There's going to be this skull something event. Doesn't matter. But right now, maximum confusion. Why? Well, let's find out. You see, right now, I'm inside the game of Vermintide. Sister of the Thorn, DLC not owned. Acquire. Get Sister of the Thorn. Sister of the Thorn not there. So she's in the game, but you can't purchase her yet. Maybe she will be opened up later today at the skull event. We don't know. Maybe they'll just announce it at the event later today, and then it's going to be a couple of days. No one knows, right? But it gets worse, okay? You see, some of you may notice that I have 2 Ultibars, and that there are 2 skulls. What does this mean? I don't know. No one knows. I have no clue. Apparently they both deactivate with your ulti. But that makes no sense. Why would they make 2 Ultibars? I don't know. No one knows. It makes no sense. And once again, I will have to redo my whole UI video. I swear to God, the day after I made my UI video, right? The day after, they implemented an update which added a Dutch counter, which was then completely, which essentially screwed up the whole point of the video, right? And now I fixed that, and now they screwed it up. So within a couple of days, I will be making a new UI video where everything is set up neatly. For the 5th time. I think it's legitimately the 5th UI video, so I do apologize, but there's not really anything I can do about it. So we're gonna have to remake that part of the video, and I'll have to remake the whole UI thing. Also, there's a bunch of error messages. You see, every time I do this, they're just compounding right now in my folder. Which means right now I'm essentially generating error reports passively in my folder, just increasing in size. So I'm gonna have to remove all of those. But nonetheless, let's quit. Because there's something else I want to talk about. I want to take a quick look at the patch notes that were released alongside the game. Alright, let's take a look here. Let's see what we got.
To the Swagger Dagger Squad.
Welcome, dear crew, the mad, to the Swagger Dagger Squad. Sorry, let's see what we have here. Okay, mod known issues. Armor crashes when selecting a new weapon. Notice key pickup. Some interactables no longer have a name, but works fine otherwise. Let's see what else we got. General fixes and tweaks. Added dialogue to deity in the keep. To deity shrines in the keep. Added dialogue to deity shrines. Are they just... I have no idea what they're talking about. Nope, no idea. Moving on. Sorry for the poor editing, but this video had to sort of be made and get out in a very short amount of time, right? Otherwise it was kind of pointless. So edit deity to the deity shrines in the keep. The lobby browser now shows the Twitch logo for browsers that are connected to Twitch. That's nice. All weapons in spec now have a 3rd-person animation. Nice. Fixed, blah blah blah, crashes, localization issue, conversation should no longer start between heroes when they're too far apart, none will help each other, blah blah blah. Grail Knight blessing, sometimes not reactivating, but okay. Fix some crashes where Sienna's teleport would move under terrain, causing you to get stuck or fall out of the map. Fixed an issue where Kerillian could have no footstep audio when using the repeater crossbow. What? Okay. So sneaky shade. Player movement no longer resets when picking up objects that can be picked up instantly. Resets. Hosts can now see subtleties while in subtitles while in Twitch mode. Twitch UI has also been slightly rescaled and repositioned to work better with subtitles. Okay, so we're gonna have to move that as well in the UI. Fix an issue where beastmen could still spawn in broken half maps. Fix the Faith Flight weapon illusion appearing to be the wrong rarity. Weather-related voice lines should no longer be heard whilst in combat. Fix some cases of incorrect voice lines in the keep. Should no longer be possible to break the difficulty selector by navigating backwards on the game type selector in the lobby browser. Are they talking about how you could queue Cataclysm 3 and such from the modded realm? Is that what they're talking about? By navigating backwards on the game type selector. Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about. Damn it. Fixed an issue where the certain traits would not trigger on ranged attacks. Fixed some texture issues in the UI. Fixed delayed sound effects on equipment seen as Firesaw. Fixed landing Assault Spice Outcast Engineer Barton with jump. Could no have an arrow notched when out of ammo. That's nice. But they've claimed that before. Most of Barton's shields should now block less of the center of the screen. That's good. World markers now fade out while aiming down sights. Okay, that's interesting. Purchasing a bundle now shows a pop-up for each acquired item. Skaven spawners, specifically spawners where they climb out of holes and down a pillar, etc. allow elites to spawn once more. Outcast Engineer Tinker's cock is now tuning the correct way. Heroes should not trigger last man standing VO when entering Skittergate whilst the heroes are alive and simply not yet through the gate. Changes to engineer challenges. Reduce them. Yeah, don't care. Generic terror events will no longer wait. Generic terror. This is important because terror events. For those of you that don't know, I'm actually working on a video talking about this right now. But terror events are essentially any end event or mid event consists of a terror event. And terror events are made of smaller sections. But you know, forget what I said. We'll talk about that in a separate video that's coming soon. But terror events will no longer wait for players to kill any special to be completed. Sorcerer, Leech, Garano, Globally Standard Bearer. Okay, nice. Okay. So you no longer have to kill all of these specials just to complete the events. That makes sense. Fixed an issue where clients could not tag Beastman banners. Got a bunch of level changes against the grain. Could become stuck on a hill inside a barn. Special could spawn on the Bridge of Shadows. Budget having a turn grabbing the first Grimoire. Fix some funkiness with the ley lines on the end event. Hole in the bookcase. Blood in the darkness. Destructible blockade that considers still block for players. Yeah, sorry for going through this a little bit fast, but again, this is going to be a fast video. I apologize. I will, if there's anything important that I read here, like really important, then I will fix the case where enemies would regularly spawn silently. Ooh, that's a good fix. Minotaurs could not break down a wall. Minotaurs could not break down a wall. Oh, the wall where... Okay, I gotcha. The wall sort of down below, right when... right when you get down to the cellar in Empire in Flames, at the very end of the cellar, there's that little wall at the end right by the tome, which the boss is supposed to be able to break down when they spawn there. Getting blocked off on last night. Invisible wall. Removed an invisible wall. Yay! They removed an invisible wall instead of adding it. Map exit could become blocked. That's not good. Fixed. Not be opened easily. Fixed the cheese spot in Fortunes of War. That's fair enough. No, the Garden of More. No. Fix some spots where players could skip large chunks of the level. No. Guess we gotta go to work, boys. Just kidding. Ain't nobody got time for that. At least I don't. Let me know if you find one so I can make a video about it. Don't tell. Shh. What else have we got here? Rattling gunners could not shoot through the environment. Old Horn and not pick blah 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 blah. Weaves, chasing bubble players could blah blah blah. Chaos wastes. This is important. Fixed an interaction between Barton's Pardon Gift, Talon, and Artillery Boom, which he would left grenade, double grenade with the smoke, with one as expected. Yeah. Fixing issues where players could spawn in the Chaos Wastes after host migration, with their adventure weapons equipped, traits included. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I get it. 𝒮𝔮𝔢𝔯𝔮𝔲𝔞𝔡 brew. So essentially, this fixed something where people after host migration would join the game and they would have their normal weapons, right? So not their Chaos Waste weapons, but their actual normal weapons. 𝒮𝔮𝔢𝔯𝔮𝔢 brew now uses a pseudo-random distribution system to smoothen the randomness of it. Okay. Fixed an issue where some pilgrims would not carry over between runs. You don't say? No. Fix some issues where players could not view the item inspect UI in the Chaos Wastes if inspect weapon was not bound to the mouse. Oh, wait, if it was bound to the mouse. Fix the scaling issue where player frames in the map shrines. Fix an issue where talent boons were not being properly granted in the map shrines. That's good. Definitely noticed that one. 𝒮𝔬𝔢𝔢 duty talents no longer appear as Chaos Waste power-ups. Things got kind of weird with those interactions. Increase the bonus coins obtained when playing with bots. Stormville Savagery no longer applies its visual effects to all players. Using Bounty Hunter career skill with 𝒮𝔮𝔢𝔯𝔮𝔢𝔯𝔮 brew and Potion of Endless Bombs no longer interrupt the career skill. Chaos Waste. All levels, all locations have been optimized past, so you should suffer from less performance clips than before. Citadel of Eternity fixed an issue where specials could continue to spawn after event end. Fixed a spot where players could get stuck. The Forbidden Trail fixed an issue where enemies could instantly be killed on spawn. Fixed several spots where players could get stuck. Added a ledge that was previously missing. Added failsafe timer to the end event in case of incidental soft lock. That's good. And then there's this, and I've already read this. We apologize for the undocumented changes to Kerillian, Shades, Cloak of Mist, and Cloak of Pain in the Chaos Wastes release. These talents were changed so that they accurately reflect their descriptions, as the previous behaviors were unintended. We understand this caused a lot of confusion and needed to be specified in the patch notes. We removed the guaranteed critical strike during stealth from Cloak of Mist, and the guaranteed critical strike during the secondary phase from Cloak of Pain. We're keeping a close eye on the reaction to these changes and are approaching this with an open mind, so please be sure to share your thoughts. Okay, here's my thoughts. First of all, Cloak of Mist. Give it back. Give the guaranteed critical strike during stealth back, and instead set the cooldown to be exactly the same as Cloak of Pain. It should not have a 45% reduction to its cooldown. There's just it's too OP. It's too much invis. It just is. And the problem with doing what they've done now is that there's no guaranteed crit on your first hit, making it semi-impossible. I mean, it removes the dynamic of Shade, which is supposed to be I invis, I move behind the minions, I use my invis to critical hit to execute minions to re-trigger my my vanish to give me back invis. Right? That's where a lot of the skill comes into play and a lot of the fun comes into play with playing her as a sort of assassin-like character. And I think the same here. I think the fun part of this talent is not the bust. I mean, the busting is nice, but I always found the fun part to be how you could ulti and then you had, you know, first you had your ulti strike, which is a guaranteed critical hit, and then you had your second strike, which was also a guaranteed critical hit, allowing you to actually use those execute mechanics to actually... There was some real skill involved, some real intrigue with could you keep that going for a while. So I don't like this change. But that's just me personally, as a Shade main. I don't like this change at all. In the first place, I never liked the Cloak of Mist. It was broken as fuck, and still... I mean, even in this current form, it would still need a nerf, but I feel like it's in the wrong way. But those are just my thoughts. Again, I'm not sitting here and claiming that I necessarily know what's right for the game or anything, but those are my thoughts. I just think they should flat out remove, at the very least, it should be something like 20% and not a 45%, and then instead just allow people to get that critical hit, because that's what makes it fun in the first place. So those are my thoughts, at least. And definitely give the guaranteed critical hit strike back to Cloak of Pain. Definitely. But those are just my thoughts. What do I know? I'm just a crazy knife. Anyways, this was a little bit of a super fast ASAP video that I released as quickly as I possibly could. Still much confusion. If you learned absolutely nothing from this video, then I do apologize. Blame 𝒮𝔴𝔞𝔤𝔢𝔯𝒮𝔮𝔲𝔞𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐𝔐 out.